Hi guys, I'm back with another video and welcome to my channel. And today I will be doing my mom's makeup. So this is my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hello.
And so if you want to achieve this look or you want to see how I did this look, just continue watching. Alright, so we're going to get started. We went ahead and moisturized her face and we already set a primer. And we're going to start with the concealer first. And what the concealer will do is it will brighten up the dark circle and under eye area. So if you have dark circles or bags, by using concealer, this will help brighten that area up from looking like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the foundation. And I'm using the m.a.c Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15. And she's in the color NC40. Now the Studio Fix will give you a full coverage. So even with the light coat, you can get really decent coverage. So if you have any dark spots or anything you want to cover up, m.a.c Studio Fix is definitely leaves you a good solid finish, and it also will leave you a matte finish, because I think her skin is a combination to normal.
Yes.
Not dry, not oily.
No wrinkles.
Yes. And then when applying foundation, you always want to remember to bring it down the neck so that it blends really well and you don't have a mask. And that will avoid the look of foundation and it gives you more of a natural look. Now this color just melts right into your skin, so you can't even tell that you're wearing foundation. Your skin just looks one even color. I'm going to go in with another one to brighten it up, which is lighter. And go ahead and set the concealer. And we're going to use e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder with a fluffy brush. Whenever you're using liquids, you want to make sure they're set, otherwise they're going to run all over the place, slide. And you want something to keep it down in place. Look up. And I love this one here because it's very economical. That's only like $3 at Target or Walmart. And I'm going in with an e.l.f. contouring or blush brush, bronzing brush. And I'm going to use my Too Faced Everything Nice palette. And we are going to be using the Chocolate Soleil. And it smells really good too. And by contouring the face, that will give the cheekbones more life. And it will also make your face not look so round. And then we're going to do a blush. We're going to do Papa Don't Preach mixed with Sweet Pink from the Too Faced Nice palette. So smile. Set the T-zone. The T-zone is right here, straight down the face and across. Because this is the area where people tend to oil, right in here, the nose and the forehead. So because her skin is normal, she doesn't need too much mattifying. I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte just to set the makeup, the foundation. Even though MAC Studio Fix tends to dry with a matte, it does get oily throughout the day, especially as you sweat and your natural oils start to come out. So let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. Your brows first.
Okay.
And we're going to use MAC Dip Down in their Fluid Line Dip Down. And then we're also going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. Okay, and with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, there's a spoolie on this side, so you can pull it out. And then we're going to comb through that. Will look more natural. Because we don't want to give her chola eyebrows now.
That's way back then.
We're going to define the rest of the brow with the MAC Dip Down. And taking an angled brush, you pretty much just dip it into the product. And then use the flat part of the brush to define the brow. And draw it on. With brows definitely set the face. So you want to make sure your brows are killer. But brows are so hard because you have to take exactly what's on this side onto this side. You can't just copy and paste.
No.
So if your eyebrows don't look exactly the same, don't worry about it. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So you want to make sure to set the eyebrows so that they're not all over the place. And you can use a brow gel. If not, you can use clear mascara, through. So they're not moving around. And because it is mascara, it has a formula that will harden just like mascara. So it's almost like hairspray for your brows.
Oh, cool.
So that's the finished eyebrow. You want to get a primer for your eyelids that goes on before. So I'm going to be using Lorac Behind the Scenes Primer. Close your eye. And you just want to rub that in with your finger. You could use a brush if you'd like, but I feel that the finger works best because the warmth of your finger will melt the product into your eyelid.
Mm-hmm.
And once that dries, you'll be able to apply your eyeshadow. And you won't have to worry about your eyeshadow running all over your eyelid or creasing right in the middle, as sometimes eyeshadow can do that. Okay, so while we wait for our primer to dry, I'm going to go in with the bottom waterline, and I'm going to be going in with a nude color because nude or white tends to open up the eyes more versus black where it makes them smaller and beadier. And then when you put on eyeliner, you don't have to tug on your eye. If you just push on it, it will automatically flip that out and you're not causing yourself wrinkles or causing your concealer to crease. So if you just push on your eye, look up, that will automatically pop out versus having a tug on your eye. She already had mascara on before we started. I'm just going to go over and touch up the mascara. The Too Faced palette, the color Knockout, which is a nice dark brown, chocolate brown. With the detail brush, I'm just gonna put a little bit of color underneath her lash. I probably should have done this before mascara, but I do what I want, so whatever. It's going to make the eye look bigger because it's almost like you're bringing a line down towards the bottom. I want to do a neutral color eyeshadow. So we're going to do like a cream bone color on the eyelid and then neutral brown on the crease. And then we're going to highlight the brow bone with the that same neutral color that we're putting on the eyelid. And then we're also going to highlight her brow bone by using the color Heaven. Now we're going to go in and do some liquid eyeliner, my favorite. And we're going to use a Stila All Day Waterproof Eyeliner. Okay, so close your eye. Okay, so that's the eyeliner. We're just going to coat a little bit of mascara, look down. And then we're going to go in with false lashes. We're going to go in with Red Cherry 747L in black. And we'll be using House of Lashes glue, which I believe is one of the best glues out on the market right now. Now whenever you're putting on false lashes, you don't want to make a mess and ruin what you've already got on the face.
Yeah.
So what I advise you to do is you take your lash, your false lash, and you measure it according to your eye, because these are pretty standard. They're one size fits all, but some people's eyes are shorter, some people's eyes are longer. So you want to make sure you want to sit them on top of your eyelashes. No, there's no glue on it. It's just tacky, just from holding on to the container. Now these eyelashes are a bit too long for her eye, so we're just going to cut them a little bit. So whenever you're cutting lashes, you don't want to cut them from the short side out. You want to cut them at the end, the part that sticks out on this side of your eye, because you're cutting the long ones. These are already naturally short and then they go longer because you want to make sure that they still look natural. So we're just going to cut a wee bit off at the tail. We're going to go in with our glue. My opinion is whenever you apply lashes, apply them with tweezers. If you use your fingers are definitely more bigger and rounder than tweezers. Tweezers are very thin and they can get into tight spaces. Here we go. Close your eye. You want to try to get them as close as to your natural lashes without putting them on top of your actual lashes. Blend them together. And I always start in the middle. And then I do the inner eye. And then I lastly do the outside. Sometimes I do it the other way around. But you always want to start off in the middle. And you want to push them a little bit. All you're really doing is bouncing your finger off of her lash. And that just helps to make sure it's on there. We're going to line her lips first. So we're going to give her like a pinky nudish color. First we're going to go in with the Revlon Color Burst. And then we're going to go in with NYX in the color Thalia, which is a beautiful pinkish nude color. It's not too nude where it's going to look like you erased your lips. But it has a pinky color to it, so it gives it color as well. This lip color looks really good on you, Mom.
Oh, nice.
We are just going to go in with the highlighter, which will be placed on the top of the cheeks, which give her a shimmery look. So whenever she turns, as the light hits her cheek, it's going to reflect, it's going to shimmer. And that also gives the appearance of a very tight skin. Ooh. So we're going to go in with the highlighter from Sephora. The color Stardust. It's really nice and shimmery. And so whenever you apply a highlighter, you want to do it at the top, the highest point of your cheek. So when you smile, it's going to be right in this area. You could even bring it towards the temple area right here as it curves up into the eyebrow. And this will just give her the appearance that she is glowing. And this doesn't go all over the cheek like a blush goes. It's pretty much like a line this way, a thin line up the cheek and the temple. Did you burn your forehead when you straightened your hair?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see it. I thought it was a fingerprint, and I'm like, did I wipe off the makeup? But And here is the finished look.